with what you're doing. So here is the first step. So suppose I had 28 plus 15. You're going to write this down on your paper.
Okay.
The easiest way to do it is to say 28 up on top. And then on the next line, you're going to write an addition sign because we're adding. And then right underneath it, you're going to line up the digits. And then you're going to make a line under that. So this is another way to show addition.
Okay.
And here we have 3 steps. We first write the problem if it's not already written down. The second step is we are going to add these 2 numbers together, and our answer is going to go right here. So, Miss Stella, what is 8 plus 5?
Well, you can just count up 5, so you can just be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So, you see right here, I only have room for 1 digit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put what's in the ones digit, which is a 3, right? This is the ones place, and this is the tens place. This is worth 10, and this is worth 1 group of ones. It's ones place, and it is a group of 3 dots in this ones place. And then this is a group of 1 in the tens place. So we're just going to take what's in the ones and we're going to put it right here. And then whatever's in the tens place, we're going to put up here. This is now 1 more tens unit added to this tens units right here. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4.
Yeah.
So in the ones digit, sorry, I cannot say that today. In the ones digit, we have a 3, and in the tens digit, we have a 4. So that makes 4 tens and 3 ones. What number is that when we put it together? 43.
Well, that is 43.
Yep. So the one that you were just telling me about, 36 minus 6, we would line up our problem in the same way for subtraction as we do in addition. So we just put the digit right here, then we put a subtraction sign, and it might be 1 digit or 2 digit, whatever it is. We just put it right under so that the ones are lined up with the ones and the tens are lined up with the tens. When we have the number 6, we don't have any tens, right? So there are 0 tens. We don't have to write the 0, but just so you know, if there was a tens, we would put it right here, but 6 does not have a tens. Now we would subtract the ones digit. 6 minus 6 is 0. And then we would subtract the tens digit. 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, so I'm going to have you try a few of these. 32 plus 15.
Okay, 32, 32, and then plus 15.
So step 1 is to write it going down, 32,
Yeah.
and we line it up. Ones are with the ones and tens are with the tens. Do you remember what the second step is?
So, yeah. And that's going to be so you draw a line right under here. So I would see what 5 plus 2 is, and I know that's just 7 because you can just count 6, 7. So I'll put the 7 right under it. And then the 3 plus a 1 equals 4. So and then 30 plus a 10 is 40.
That's right. Now I'm going to show you a similar problem, 32 minus 11. So now tell me what I should do there.
Okay. 32 minus 11. Okay. So, I'm not sure how I would do mine.
Same steps, but the last step would be to subtract instead of add, but same exact steps.
So I would do like what plus? Well, I know 2 plus 1.
But we're subtracting.
So what do I do?
What does subtraction mean?
Subtraction means like you're taking away a number.
So would it make sense to do 2 plus 1, or would it make sense to do 2 minus 1?
2 minus 1.
Yep. So what is 2 minus 1?
So 2 minus 1 is 1.
Mm-hmm. So we put the 1 here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 30 minus 1 is 29.
Nope. We're just doing 3 minus 1, honey. It really is a 30 and it really is a 10. But just for this digit, we're just saying 3 minus 1.
3 minus 1 is 2.
There we go. So that is how we do it. And now I'm going to show you exactly what it means. So for the first one, we have 28 plus 15.
But then, like, how do we know what 32 minus 11 is?
It's 21.
Oh.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah. Now that makes sense.
So I'm going to show you exactly what this means. So for the first one, we had 28 plus 15. So what that means is we have 28, and then we're just going to count up 15. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. But that's really hard to do because we have to make a whole bunch of lines. And what about if our friend talks to us and then we forget how many we counted up? So that's why we don't do it this way. So this is just an easy way to figure out what it is. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, that's too hard. We don't want to do that. Another way to look at it is if I had 28 plus 15, so I had 28 students in a class, and then they added 15 more students to do music. Another way to look at it is 20 plus 10, because this is really not a 2, it's a 20. And this is really not a 1, it's a 10, because it's 2 groups of a 10 and 2 groups, or 1 group of a 10. So it's 20 plus 10, and then in the ones digit, I have an 8 plus 5. So I could do 20 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5. 20 plus 10 is 30, and 8 plus 5 is 13. Now I would have to go, well, I know 30 plus 10 is 40, plus 3 is 43. But that's kind of hard. So this is just an easy way to do it. There's 2 steps. You add the ones digit, you add the tens digit. Boom, done. Don't even have to think about it anymore. But this is what it means. It means that we started with 28 and then we went 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, blah, blah. But what about if we had 99 plus 99? We'd be sitting here going 99. 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, blah, 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 and we'd have to keep doing dots. So instead of doing that, we just do ones digit. 9 plus 9 is 18. You put the 8 here, and you put the 1 here. Whatever's in the tens digit stays with the tens digit, and whatever is in the ones digit stays with the ones digit. So an 18 is going to go 1 and an 8. That stands for 18 when we're doing our addition this way. Now we do 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Now you're going to see, remember we said that we only had room for one digit? The exception is when there's no more place values. See how there's nothing here? Now we have room for another digit, but that's the only time. When there's a neighbor at the digit, we cannot put more than one digit in the bubble. But there's no neighbor here on this side. So now we could use as much space as we need, and we can include both numbers, but that's the only time when there's no neighbor right here. So 99 plus 99 is 198. And it's okay if it doesn't make sense yet. It's totally 100% fine, because it will.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to teach you about this crazy thing called borrowing.
Wait, what's it called?
Borrowing. Like, you know how you borrow a straw, but then you don't ever give it back. Actually, that's a bad example, because maybe you borrow a pencil from your teacher.
Or you borrowed like a backpack.
Exactly. So, this is what borrowing means. Sometimes when we're subtracting, like 55 minus 36, we have our ones digit like normal, and we have our tens digit like normal, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we're borrowing or when we're subtracting, we have to do what's called borrowing. And that means if I have 5 cookies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, could I give my friend 6 cookies?
No.
No, I cannot. So what I'm going to do, and this is going to take a while for you to understand, so don't worry about it, is I'm going to go to the tens digit right here, and I'm going to say, hey, tens digit, I don't have enough cookies to give my friend 6, and my friend needs 6. Can I borrow some from you, my tens neighbor? And the tens neighbor always says yes. All the time. They're so nice. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, you know what? You can absolutely borrow some from me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down one digit. So I'm a 5 right now. I'm going to go down to a 4, and I'm going to give you a group of 10 because I have plenty of 10s. So it's going to look like this. Hey, 5. I'm 5. Can I give my neighbor 6? No. Hi, 10s. Can I have one of your groups of 10? Then this 5 says, sure, you absolutely can. I'm going to go down to become a 4. And I'm going to give you this one right here. So this becomes a 15 now. And I'm going to become a 4. This is also called regrouping because what you're doing is you're saying this becomes a 15. So this 55 is now a group of 40 and a group of 15. I know that doesn't make sense to you right now, and that is totally fine. I'm regrouping this 55 into a group of a 40, which is why this is a 4, and a 15, which is why this is a 15. And then I'm going to do my subtraction. So if I had 87 minus 19, I would say, I have 7 cookies. Can I give my friend 9? No. Hey, 8, can I have one of your 10s? And 8 says, sure, I'll go down 1. So they go down to 7. And then this becomes a 17. So now it's a 70 and a 17. And then I do my subtraction. 17 minus 9 is 8. And 7 minus 1 is 6. And that's going to take you probably 5 or 10 times to watch this part of the video before you get it. And that's totally fine. It might take you all the rest of the school year. That's totally fine.